All right, guys, we are going live here really quickly, actually. Skip forward if you don't want to listen to us setting things up and all that kind of stuff, if you're listening to this on YouTube. And, yeah, maybe I'll put a timestamp in.
Yo.
Hi.
Hold on. Fucking audio's all fucked up.
We're live, so don't say anything racist.
Because that's always my go-to.
Yeah. Hey, question.
Answer.
So next Thursday, are we going to be okay to go at this time next Thursday?
No,
What's
actually.
next Thursday?
Continue?
What?
Hang on, sorry. I'm trying to set up my things. My audio's all fucked up. Hang on.
Because it seems like you've been at your computer for 15 minutes. You get this.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you. Happy birthday yesterday.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I'm such a bad friend. Happy birthday yesterday. I didn't even know I was supposed to say that, and that makes me terrible.
Yeah, you're a bad friend, Christine.
I'm so sorry. Happy birthday yesterday.
I didn't forget, for the record.
Yeah.
Whatever. You probably saw it on social media, and I don't go on social media, so
I don't have social
remember
media,
people-
Christina. That's not even a good
What?
excuse. Yeah,
You
I don't
You
have.
dropped off?
Yeah, I don't have Facebook or anything.
What happened? What about Instagram?
I got Instagram, but like I don't
Oh.
know. Can you see birthdays on Instagram?
Yeah, you can't see
Uh-huh.
birthdays on Instagram. I just remembered Christina.
That's because
Whatever. I doubt it.
Dylan called me.
Dylan
the day
stalks
before,
you.
and I told him
And you told him. I was gonna say, there's no way of all people.
What do you mean? You don't think Justin's important to me?
No, I mean you don't remember. You're not gonna remember that.
I remember your birthday,
So yeah,
December
I can't do
15th.
Thursday.
Nope. You
I
can't do
close?
Thursday. Okay, so
I could do Wednesday.
when did you say?
Wednesday, okay.
Actually, I can't do Thursday either. So good thing you said that because I forgot. We're doing a holiday party for our work.
Yeah, we're
and
doing
I'm
a holiday
helping-
party too.
Oh, and I'm helping set it up.
Wednesday at about
What's
6,
your-
guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay, then after that, we have the reaction to episode 1 of season 7 that I want to. So next weekend, can you guys have a time that you guys can get together with me for an hour?
Wait, I'm so confused. Next week, what are we doing then?
The reaction video for the first episode of season 7.
Wait, on Wednesday?
No, not on Wednesday.
Wednesday
I'm getting
Wednesday
so
is going to be the
Redemption.
recap episode.
It's gonna be Redemption.
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 Oh, because we're watching like this mini movie
the
in between.
movie, correct.
I see.
Where do I watch the movie?
It's on
He's gonna
Amazon
send it to
also.
us.
It's on
Oh.
It is?
It's also on
He's
Amazon.
gonna send it to us.
So no, I won't. I actually can't do next weekend. I leave.
Oh my gosh. Does
Yeah.
Dylan know you're leaving?
Oh yeah, Dylan, I'm moving, but I'll be out of town.
Oh, I thought you meant.
When are you
just that
leaving out of
week.
town?
He didn't even
Friday
register that you're moving.
Or
I mean, we
Friday
already
after-
discussed this. I already had a whole conversation with
Oh.
him because I'm his friend and I hang out with him.
Okay, whatever.
Friday afternoon, I'm leaving, and I don't come back until like Sunday evening.
So, what about like Monday afternoon or something?
What's the?
After work, I mean.
Yeah, it'd have to be like Monday evening.
Why do you fucking
Yeah.
travel so fucking much?
Because he has a
'Cause I'm
life.
young.
You're doing a fucking podcast. That's more important than your life.
Are we talking about Monday the 11th? Is that the day we're on right now? I want to make sure I'm following along while you guys are discussing
Right.
dates.
That's the day we're on right now.
Okay.
And people are listening to this scheduling, by the way. People are in the chat listening.
We're
I
warming
mean,
them up for
yeah,
the
can we
real
do the
fun.
Monday, then the 11th, around like 7-ish or something, or 6-ish, whatever?
7-ish is probably best. Like 6, even 6:30 is fine.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that wasn't a far drive for me last time, so that's fine.
Okay, because it wasn't a far
Is it-
drive for you. That's
What's
why.
what's
I'm
your
just
lighting?
saying, like,
what's
I
your
can
lighting
make it
situation like at night,
there.
Dylan?
It's not going to be as
It's gonna
good,
be
but
pitch
we can
black.
just turn on. We can turn lights, and I also have.
I like
do you have
movie theater.
do you have
setting.
lamps in your house?
Yes, and light
Are you
bulbs.
sure?
I prefer it to be daytime, but it doesn't.
But we work.
Yeah.
And it's November.
Christina, I also
December.
work, but it's just not a conventional
Shut
9 to
up.
5 job.
I'm not meaning it like that. I'm just
Okay.
like, we can't just.
Sounds like you're meaning it like that.
I
Christina.
did. It did sound like that. Actually sounded really bitchy too. My bad.
Because we work. You don't know how many times I'm like expecting people to have a free schedule like me, and they make that comment, so I'm used to it. It's water off a duck's back. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and cut Christina's mic though, because of that comment, and then we're gonna include the rest of
Wait,
it.
did we say 6:30?
Yeah,
Yeah,
6:30
sure.
Monday the 11th,
on the 11th.
and then
Okay.
we won't record that Thursday then.
Damn. So,
Or will.
oh no, we will record that Thursday also, because then we're only gonna watch one episode, and then we're gonna do the podcast on 2 episodes.
Okay.
That means you can't come to the screening of The Room. That's
The
that
Room.
weekend. The Room, the
Oh.
movie, The Room.
Yeah.
That
what
one
day,
that's
what
weird.
Day,
It's like the cult movie.
Yeah,
what
that's
day
on-
are you doing that?
that's on Saturday. Well, no, I mean I'm not. I mean it's airing at the Ken on
Right,
midnight on
Saturday the 9th.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, I'll be in Mexico.
you can fly back real quick.
I'm driving.
Just fly back, peep it, and then fly back to your car.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right.
All right, guys, we are behind now, especially because we have 3 episodes. But I'm sure there's a lot of details I'm gonna want to just kind of skim over. So I think we can do this in an hour, maybe an hour 10. 144 episodes of 24.
Wow.
Does that register with you?
No, should it?
I'm just saying. Do you remember it by the time we record in 2 seconds?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So next Wednesday at 6. Right?
Next Wednesday at 6. Yeah.
Not 6:15 because I start trivia half hour earlier on Wednesdays.
Well, it's up to Christina. But
Oh, Chris,
Well, I'm not listening to you guys. You're talking about what?
can we do 6 on next Wednesday?
I already said yes.
Okay. You already said yes.
Some of that was a job.
Welcome to the Legacy of 24. I'm Dylan Shuck, and I have fortunately seen every single episode of 24.
And I'm just Marina, and I've seen 144 episodes of 24.
And I'm Christina Vanasas. I've also seen 144 episodes of 24.
In this podcast, we're going to be discussing episodes 22, 23, and 24 of the 6th season of Fox's original show 24.
In this podcast, we're going to be discussing all events up to these 3 episodes without spoiling any events from any of the future episodes.
All episodes of 24 available to stream on Amazon Prime, and we encourage you to watch along.
Guys, big shout out to our premium supporters on Patreon. If you want to be a supporter of the show, you can go to patreon.com/thewatchittalk. And big shout out to those aforementioned premium supporters, Chiquita, June, and the caca, which means poop in Spanish. How are we feeling, guys?
They probably appreciate you calling them that.
I'm excited that
They're no
season-
longer going to be a supporter.
Yeah, they're going to pull their sport.
They're going to be a supporter, but it's not a premium supporter anymore.
Mm.
Guys, I am beyond excited to get season 6 in the rear view mirror. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, this last, I mean, there was like still some good like things that Jack said or whatever, but this last episode was just like, what is going on? That was, to me, it was like a very sloppy wrap up. There was crap everywhere.
It was kind of just going through
Crap
the motions.
everywhere.
No, it's bad. I really enjoy the final 8 minutes of it, and we'll discuss that when we get to it. But leading up to that, there's so much human shit that it's just hard to even fathom. So let's get into it. And once again, if you hear us referring to somebody, oh my God, Good Deals is
The
back.
deals are good, dude.
Good Deals is back.
It's been so long.
Finally,
I wanted to know when it was
Take a
going to be back.
break. Take a break.
They took a break for a while, and everybody gathered
Especially
around
when
to
like,
watch
they
Good
kind of
Deals.
called you out because they took a break when you had people coming in to see.
Right, people were
See
coming
the
to
Good
see it. People were
Deals.
like, I don't believe these good deals.
I don't believe these
And I'm like,
deals.
no, guys, trust me, it really does. There's good deals. It really happens. And they're like, yeah, right. I didn't play that out too long, did I? Perfect amount of time.
I would say maybe just like a second too long.
Good. Now there's God deals, and there's somebody named Trump 2020, Sup Fella 24, Peds, MAGA.
Oh, and you love
XD.
you some Trump.
All right, awesome. That's an awesome start to the episode, guys. All right, so yeah, if you hear us referring to people in the chat, you can go and follow us. Search for The Watch and Talk on YouTube and subscribe, and it'll give you a notification when we go live. Usually Thursdays afternoon around 6-ish Pacific Standard Time is when we record. I know we release the episodes on Sundays, but that's when we record. We record them early, so you can be a part of that. And also, if you follow us on Twitter at Legacy24, we give notifications throughout the day telling you when we're playing and going live. All right. Let's get right into these 3 episodes because we got a bunch to talk about in so little time. First episode is 6/22. It aired on May 14th, 2007, from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. Starts off with the fakest fucking Milo dead ever. Do you guys remember this?
I don't think I really
Yeah,
like,
Milo in the
recognized
pool
how
of blood.
fake.
Just
it was.
Milo, and then the blood
Full of
wasn't
blood.
even connecting to him. It was like blood next to him.
Dude, I don't know if you've ever shot anybody in the head. You don't know what their blood looks like.
Very true. Very true. So then they the terrorists, they take Josh, and Marilyn loses it, and Jack's like, I can calm her down, I can help you. And then
so stupid.
then he starts plotting with Nadia and Marilyn about what he's gonna do. Like they let them talk and come up with a plan. And oh my god. Well, first of all, let's talk about this. You guys thought Kim was bad. I mean, Justin didn't, but America thought Kim was bad. She's an Oscar winner compared to Josh Bauer.
Yeah, Josh Bauer. Josh Bauer's the one.
I looked up the actor who played Josh Bauer. I was like, I wonder what he's doing now 10 years later, or 11 years later.
Not acting.
10
That
years
makes
later.
sense.
I hope this guy doesn't listen, because this is really mean.
He doesn't listen.
The way he uses social media and the way he talks and his like grammar and everything is all completely.
It's still this character.
It's basically this character. Like he's not playing a character. Like this is really him. He just is. It's such a weirdo. Like I said, I looked him up and I was like, oh, I wonder. He has a bunch of things going on now, and then he's like kind of probably full of himself, like a lot of people that were child actors and they grew up not being anything, and then they're still full of themselves like the child actors. Yeah, he seemed pretty humble, but his spelling and his grammar was like on par with the president.
Just really turned you off, huh?
Yeah, it's that bad. It's presidentially bad. So that's just his
Normally
use
would be a good thing.
of social. Yeah, normally would be, but anyway. So Josh is Josh's like, where are you taking me? And then they're taking them to the sewers, and then Jack is saying to Nadia, hey, so this is the plan. You're going to take that guy when I take this guy. And just so you know, we're probably going to die. I just want to let you know that. And she's like, okay. Like, why did you say that? Why did he say that? Why would he possibly say that? Like, just so you know, you're risking your life doing this? Like, I don't know. I don't even think that.
Just to clarify it.
Just to clarify, we're probably going to die. It's like, I feel like.
Clarify that they work for a counter-terrorist organization that, sometimes requires them to put their life on the line.
Okay, then he goes after one, and then Nadia starts doing ninja fighting, and Morris coming and doing the fighting.
Dude, Morris, MVP of that fight.
What do you think, Christina?
I think Nadia should have locked that chokehold in a little bit deeper so that she wouldn't have gotten flipped like that.
Yeah, and then, of course, then that dude Zhao, who was like the head of these terrorists, Jack is choking him. Then he snaps his neck one direction and then snaps it the other way. He just snaps the fuck out of that dude.
He cracked it from. That was nice.
Yeah.
Give it
Yeah.
a good 1-2 crack.
Just trying to even
need
it
to
out.
go to the chiropractor next week.
Right.
Yeah. That's
And
perfect.
then Doyle comes and saves Nadia because she can't save herself, obviously. Right? Like, had to have Doyle come in and save her. And they're like, what is the point of this Doyle Nadia? Are you okay?
Now there's no Milo to comment on it, unfortunately, because
Right,
he got
like,
shot in the head.
Why are you still doing
Well,
it?
and then Doyle, then this guy she's about to move on to loses his eyeballs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Which
pretty chill.
starts later.
And then he checks to see if she's okay after hearing Milo's dead. Are you alright about Milo being dead now that I don't have that CB around anymore? CB stands
That
for
what?
cock block.
Oh, wow. It's been a long time since I heard that phrase.
So,
Cock blockers.
not me. Alright, so Nadia releases Jack to pursue the people that took Josh. Okay, guys. 2 times they showed this scene of Josh getting escorted through the sewers, and he's walking up on the upper ledge, and they grab him and pull him down into the sewer water. They showed the exact scene 2 times.
Ooh, that's a mistake.
Guys, I have timestamps, so if you at home want to go check this out and verify, this is insane that they showed the exact same thing twice. So they showed it at 4 minutes and 7 seconds on this episode 222. I'm sorry, 622. I feel like I'm drunk right now, and I'm not yet.
That was
And-
me last week.
Drunk?
You were drunk last week?
No, remember last week? Never mind.
Christina, when was the last time you had a sip of
I thought
alcohol?
Christina was like, last
been a
week
while.
I got drunk. We'd be like, Christina,
honestly,
welcome
that
to
would-
my
Christina
morning.
is
That would be
Like,
a
this is
story.
like the-
That would be a story.
That'd be a good story. This is like the sassy Christina bitch or something. Last week I was drunk. Like what? That's not my voice.
Back in
Last
sorority
week
days.
I was drunk,
Yeah.
guys. I forgot to
Had
tell you
such
last.
a good
She's
time.
back in the sorority.
All right. So at 4 minutes and 7 seconds, and then on 8 minutes and 40 seconds, which means the show was trying to make us feel like they were going through these sewers for
Maybe
For
it was
4
just another
minutes.
level of the sewer. Did you think about that?
sure, but his pants were dry, and then he jumped into the water both times. It's the exact same
Maybe
scene.
he's got those quick dry pants.
The first scene it shows him doing it, and the second scene it shows it on a split screen when Jack gets in the sewer also. So insanely, they showed the exact same sequence. Because I noticed, because I was like, "Oh, is he thinking he's not going to be able to? He's not going to have to get in the water?" Nope. They brought him into the water, and then when it showed it again, because I noticed it, I was like, "Wait, what?" And then I rewound and was like, "No, he does the same shrug both times. He has the same reaction." And it's for sure, it's certainly the same one. I've never caught the 24 doing that before. But anyway, so I hope everybody changes soon after stepping in the pee-pee poo-poo water. What do you guys think?
Yeah, because that's I got caught up in flood
most
once,
of them-
and you don't
most of
want to
them
be
are-
in that water.
Most of them die though, right?
I mean, Jack
True,
and Doyle
so-
go through the
With
pee-pee
the exception
poo-poo
of
water.
Jack and
Well, Jack went into the fresh ocean also. Jack's
yeah,
all set.
Jack and Josh are the only people who didn't die.
Right, and
So,
Doyle didn't die, dude, but he
Doyle,
also
but-
went to the pee-pee poo-poo water.
Yeah, you get people face now too. You know.
So, um,
I don't know what you mean. Please explain.
somebody in the chat helped us fill in the actor who played Josh, who they Googled at the time, is Evan Ellingson. So go look up his social media. Very presidential.
Evan Ellingson.
very presidential.
Yes. All right, so
I see what you're there.
Josh is
Because it's not.
brought to Chang, and he gives him the phone, and it's his grandpa, and he's like, "Sorry about trying to kill you son of a bitch! You tried to kill me a couple episodes ago." And he's like, "Nah, like I just had to make you believe you, but I would never hurt you." And he's like, "I don't believe you. You're crazy, grandpa." And he's like, "I'm gonna take you to China, and it'll be sick." He's like, "I'm going to take you away from your friends and mom, and I'll take you to China, and it's going to be sick."
And I'm going to teach you how to be a man.
Yes!
So weird.
What a fucking sales pitch. Like,
Honestly, it sounded pretty good to me.
he follows the ABCs of sales, and he closes that sale, because he's always been closing. Yeah, that's just so stupid. And why does he... He
Is
seems to
it
have
just me?
tons of capabilities.
Justin, or is it breaking up a little?
Just you.
Oh, you're breaking up a little on me, Dylan. Sorry. Okay, I can.
I
hear-
would
can hear.
never, ever break up with you.
Oh gosh.
Break up
We're
on
live,
me,
Dylan,
sorry.
please.
But yeah, so then Jack pops out from the hole and starts capping fools because they kind of linger around in that room next door to CTU. They like hang out there for a minute instead of just getting out immediately.
Yeah.
True.
So then Jack comes out and starts capping fools. What about his cool action slides that he does?
Dylan did.
What?
Hey.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it just me?
Okay, hold on 1 second. I need to switch over. Yeah, my internet's shitty, so let me switch over to my hotspot.
Okay. I don't know why I said it like that. Man, I'm off today.
What the hell is wrong?
Okay. I don't know.
I got drunk
It's
last
been
week,
a
guys.
long month. I got drunk last night. I had a great time.
Last week.
Last week, not last
Last night also.
night. Last night and last week. He's in a sorority, remember?
When was the last time you got drunk, Christina?
Drunk?
2006, probably.
Yeah. A
What?
million years ago. Like
Doesn't-
straight up drunk.
Yeah, but I mean, guess you're drunk for you.
Well, like I every once in a while I have myself an occasional drink, but the last time I got actually drunk was probably my 21st birthday.
Woo!
What?
Like actually drunk. Oh,
Our online stream is being stupid right now. I want to make sure it's fixed. God damn it. Hey, all right. So I'm just gonna start over I already said that Russ. Shout out to Russ for confirming that timestamps were the same scene, which is just ridiculous. And then somebody named Good Deals in the chat. Well, thankfully, filling in the convo. All right, so let me see. Oh yeah, so last I asked you guys is, what do you guys think of Jack's cool action slide?
His action slide.
Right.
I was pretty into the slide. I perform slides like that pretty regularly too.
You don't remember it, Christina? Do you remember the action slide?
No, like literally sliding.
You guys,
Was it?
He slides across the ground and shoots people while he's doing it, and they even showed it on the previous thing because they wanted to make sure you guys all saw it. But anyway, I suggest keep watching the show that you guys are going to podcast about when you guys are. Anyway, so yeah, he kills a bunch of people in here. Wait till you see the kill count in the end. It's almost like it takes away the. He kills too many people in this episode. He massacres.
I'm excited to see the count.
Yeah, give me that count. Is that you're putting us on the edge?
I'm gonna go with that plus 10.
Is he not gonna tell us the count?
I'm gonna go with the plus 10.
So Jack chases Chang and Josh to the roof, and then Chang gets kicked in the face by Josh. LOL. And then Jack catches Chang, but has to let him go to save Josh, who is somehow dangling for his life out of nowhere.
He fell. Did he get pushed or something?
Stupid. Anyway, and then it's like, oh, we're doing this again. The bad guy gets away. Bad guy's caught. No, he's going to get away because you have to do something else. Anyway, then Josh tells Jack about Philip, and he's like, what? And then he tells Doyle, my father's still involved in this. And he's like, why? With the Chinese? And he's like, I don't know. I'll ask him when I find him. Dun, 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 dun.
Jack doing Jack things.
Noah Daniels...
that should be the intro song.
Noah Daniels explains Lisa Miller's situation to Karen Hayes just for the audience.
Just so we can remember.
Right. And why would he also explain that he was dipping it in Lisa to Karen Hayes in this situation? I understand why he told Tom earlier.
What did you just describe it as? Dipping it?
Dipping it in. Yeah,
I've never heard that before. Dipping it in?
Yes. What the kids are saying these days. Sorry.
The kids are saying it?
Yes. It's a cool thing to say. It's hip.
I don't understand.
Kind of saying a hip thing. Kind of.
You're hip. You're doing a hip thing.
I'm saying something that's hip.
I don't understand, but continue.
What I'm saying is really, really hip. Is what I'm saying. Anyway, so he's like I was saying before I was rudely interrupted. He explains to Karen Hayes that he was dipping it in Lisa also. Why would he explain that to her? I get why he said it to Tom because it was a matter of national. Like he was a matter of national security almost, right?
Maybe he's trying to make Karen jealous.
Yeah, I didn't understand. He's like, well, actually, I was also like, that's just a weird. It's over. Like we get like what?
Yeah, it's not going to make any differences.
Yeah,
in the situation.
No.
Right. Like this doesn't help the situation or anything. Like Karen.
No, what I'm saying is that he's telling Karen. Because now it's over with Lisa, and he's trying to get that next squeeze, you know?
You think he's trying to get the next squeeze, you said?
Yeah, next squeeze. It's like a cool hip thing that the kids are saying.
What
the
is
kids
it?
are saying that one. I know that one.
It's like a squeeze. Like, you ever
actually, there's no slang. It's not slang. It's literally a squeeze.
Yeah,
you literally squeeze her.
You ever have, like, juice?
No.
No, you squeeze the juice box?
Yes, okay, yeah.
I'm talking about fresh. I'm talking about fresh fruit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A freshly squeezed juice.
Okay, yeah, and I'm there.
Yeah, so like it's like that.
So Tom watches Lisa and Bishop have sex in the surveillance cam.
Okay, that was the worst.
Okay, also, not only does he watch them have sex, but then he says, and we're finally done.
This is over. Yeah, like that was the worst.
It was freaking weird. And
so weird.
Why draw this out? They do it again. They have her fucking attack Bishop while she knows she's being monitored.
With the lamp.
Well, yeah, no, with the with the wine
She
bottle.
does the lamp too.
Yeah, right.
Doesn't she have a lamp?
But
also?
hitting somebody with a wine
Yeah,
bottle
she
doesn't
hit
just
the- yeah,
shatter
the
like that on the head. It wouldn't just shatter on somebody's dome like that. It would like.
Yeah.
Depends on the wine bottle.
At
Sure.
first, too, I was like, they're not going to do the same
Right.
thing.
And
No,
they
there's
do.
no way. So then I was like, oh, she's going to come up with something super clever to like throw him off her trail. And she's going to be like really smart and like
Right.
figure this out
Right.
and, change the situation. And I'm like, no, they really just did the same.
The writers
Yeah,
of the
you're
show think women are irrational, brash, and emotional,
Mm-hmm.
and they want everybody to know that what they think of, like, women's like reasoning skills in a situation like this. Like she can't think,
To come up with a lie or to act better.
right.
You were
Instead, that
poorly
she's
acting.
like,
Better.
because he lied to her and cheated on her, she needs to crack a bottle over his head and ruin the whole mission. And then he chokes her for like literally 7 seconds. And they
Yeah.
come in and they get him away from her, and they're like, she's got a pulse. It's faint, but she's still breathing. Like, she was not choked long enough for oxygen to have barely even been... Like, she was not choked long enough.
How do you know?
Because
Think she got a
I've been
sensitive
there,
Adam's
done
apple?
that. Tom tells
yeah,
Bishop
Dylan?
he has to upload the info to the Russians, and he's like, if you comply, I'll ask for leniency in your sentence. If not, I'll all but guarantee the death penalty. I'd be like, how about amnesty in writing right now? And I'll do it right now.
Because they've used amnesty too many times.
Oh, because
They
the
got
show has done
themselves.
it too much. That was a question. I'm saying, are you saying because the show?
Oh, what did you say?
Because the show has said it too much.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they caught themselves this
Got
time.
it. Very smart.
They're like, oh, that's not going to work. We've done that
We've
many
done this
times.
before.
Why is Chang trust the guy whose son he just tortured for 20 months? And why doesn't he call him Mr. Bauer?
First of all.
They're two really hard-hitting
Whoa.
questions that I don't have the answers to, but I wish I
Yeah.
did.
So he calls him, says, I lost the boy. And Philip's like, okay, no deal. Of course, right? Obviously, that was the fucking deal. What do you think he was going to be like? Oh, all right, no problem.
We'll figure something else out.
Yeah, no problem. I'll still give you the circuit board. What do you think? I'm not going to give you the circuit board? Yeah, sure. No problem.
We're bros. We're bros. Bros stick together.
Was that what he was expecting, guys? Guys?
Hello?
I'm here. We lost Dylan again.
All right. I mean,
Dylan.
what do you mean you lost me? You can't hear me? I fucking hate
Yeah,
you.
We can
keep
hear you now. We can hear you now. Wait, we can hear you now. Wait, why are you mad at us? This is how I must sound every time you guys tell me my internet's not working, huh?
It's actually worse.
Oh, I sound worse.
Yeah.
I get pretty pissed.
No, I mean just like when it's not working, the way that it sounds, like
Oh,
on the,
mine?
like from the technology perspective, is like
It's unlistenable.
Like it's distracting.
And that's
Yeah.
going to go to the listeners. Like, the listeners are going to hear that too. And they're going to be like, this podcast sucks.
I'm in a good spot today.
yeah,
You're
even-
struggling.
Russell in the chat said, Dylan and Justin admit to murder on this podcast incredibly often.
If you guys ever get convicted of murder, like it's gonna be like, this is gonna be the prime evidence. You know how they use things people say and do.
Yeah, they're
against
gonna
them?
they're gonna pull it
in
out
the
in
court
court,
of
and I'm
law.
gonna be like, no, but no, there's
But
let me explain. Let me
there's so many
explain.
jokes.
They're like, yeah, you go ahead and explain.
Good
Um,
luck, sir.
That's funny.
So, okay, probably, I think this dialogue exchange is probably the worst in 24 history. Because even at the time, I was like, wow, that was bad. He says, you will repair and return the circuit board, or there will be serious consequences. That's what Chang says to Philip Bauer. And Philip Bauer says, if you threaten me again, the consequences will be serious. But not for me.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's so cringeworthy. I still can't get over it. Now in hindsight, they are still working together. He still gives him the circuit board for some reason because he's still giving him access to China, right?
Yeah.
What was he having this conversation with him for? If he's gonna double cross the U.S. to get Josh back. Anyway, so also, why couldn't Chang fucking take the circuit board to China and repair it there? There's nobody that's capable of repairing a circuit board in China.
My favorite parts of these conversations are when you blow up.
So dude from Division comes in. This is for no fucking reason.
Here we go.
This is for no reason. Some dude comes from Division and says he's going to come in and question everybody because they screwed up so much.
So dumb.
How original. Riveting stuff. It's 3 a.m.
Also,
he came in and said...
We get it. Every season, something goes wrong at C2U, and Division has to come in and take over or research it. We get it.
And you all screwed up. They don't come and say thank you for all the people you saved. They come and say there's some serious screw ups. And he comes in at 3 a.m. and he says, "Baby, it's 3 a.m. I must be lonely." He said it's cold outside. She hands me the raincoat.
We get it. We get the song.
The clock in the wall. Okay.
Oh, he's doing a song.
So
yes.
Okay, so then he says to Nadia, she's like, I don't really think it's the right time because we're in the middle of saving the world right now because there's still
which good for her for saying that.
Right?
Like, true.
And then he's like, I don't care what you think. You guys screwed up so much today. I'm from Division, and I need to go question everybody. And then he walks away, and then that's it. We never see him again. It's for no fucking reason. It's for nothing. It's just nothing.
Take a deep breath. Are we coming back?
But then Morris comes and makes.
I don't know if we're gonna come back though.
Morris comes and makes her feel better, and she's like, there's nothing anyone could have done. Wait, what? I mean, they could have stopped those people from coming in and killing Milo. That could have been stopped. That wasn't an impossible to stop situation. I wouldn't say it's her fault. It's not her fault, but that could have been stopped. Anyway, so Daniels gets called out when he calls the Russians about faking the proof to him. So that's all of that was for nothing. Everything was for nothing. And the fact, again, the fact that their entire defensive systems are available on one of their nukes is insane. And again, the fact that they're holding the U.S. responsible when they were just nuked by one of these nukes. One of these nukes just went off. And Noah Daniels, who's the toughest guy in the world, every time he talks to Suvorov, he has his tail between his freaking legs. Hello?
He's just trying not to piss anybody off, dude. It's like, I mean, it's a political move, right? Like, sometimes people in office, like presidents, want to, maintain good relationships with Russia.
Sorry about you.
Dude, we could tie it back anytime you want.
Yeah, I was going to say,
anytime you want it, we could tie it back.
We got you.
Just want to say sorry about your ears, guys, in the chats. For the
Who's that, me?
No, that's me. Trust me, it was me screaming in the microphone.
I thought you meant I was cutting out. I was like, oh no,
for the people who listen to it on the actual podcast, I get the sound leveled, so it's not as bad for them. But that doesn't happen when you're listening on live. So sorry about that. Then Philip calls the vice president. He called 1-800-VICE president and says he'll give him the circuit board for Josh. But you have to help me escape the country also. And then Jack is talking to Josh, and he says, "I promise I will never let Grandpa. I promise Grandpa will never. I will never let him hurt you again." And then they're like, "You got a phone call?" He's like, "All right, I'll be right back." And then, like then out of nowhere, the what's it called? Like out of nowhere, like CTU agents come up to him and grab him, and he's like, "Uncle Jack, Uncle Jack," and he's like, "Josh," and he's like, "Uncle Jack." Uncle Jack! So bad. And then beep,
pretty
beep,
bad.
Beep, beep, beep. 6:23 aired on May 21st, 2007. It's from 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. Doyle tells Josh that they'll recover him after they do the exchange. So, screaming... not screaming, sorry. They're talking about my screaming still in the chat.
It's not super loud.
Why chatting about you? That's also great. They're just talking about your screaming in the chat. I love it.
Why would CTU be confident in their ability to recover people after every time they inject one of those things into people, they're easily able to get it out of there.
Remove it. Yeah.
Right. Also, kind of weird that Jack is so certain that Philip isn't going to give him the circuit board. He's like, it's his only leverage with the Chinese. He's useless to them without it. What? Why does Jack think that he has to do something with the Chinese? Why doesn't he think? Why does he think he has anything to do with the Chinese? Why is he saying? That doesn't make any sense. What leverage? Why do you need leverage to the Chinese? He just said to the United States, "I need to leave the country." Like, Philip could have gone to a different country. Why does Jack know that he has to go to the Chinese or China? And again, if he's gonna do this, why would they threaten each other over and over again on the phone? Whatever.
And like, why all this to take the grandson? Like, just in general, as a whole, like, who cares?
Right. It's so he could kidnap his grandson, take him away from his mom, and make
But
him
it's
the
like
man,
all-
and make
to
him
me-
the man
To the
that,
man that he
your
wants
son
him to
never
be.
was.
in China.
The issue I had with these last episodes is like all the stuff going on the whole season were pretty much chalked up to this.
Right.
To like dealing with his grandson and
Right.
Jack trying to come save his nephew, or it's not about the nephew, it's about a kid that, you know, he's not just a
Innocent kid.
I would say a side piece. That's not the word.
Christina, maybe he'd be one of your side pieces.
Josh is Jack's side piece. Is what you're trying to say.
Yes.
It's inappropriate in these times, this current climate.
Very Kevin
I'm-
Spacey of Jack.
Move on, pass me, skip me.
It's like, hurry, get away, get this conversation away from me.
Christina
This
just
will be used against me.
Christina just lost the ability to
man.
speak through that. Anyway, Bill is being searched by the FBI and Karen calls, but he ignores it. He's like, he's putting that on ignore. You feel me?
Ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah.
And she leaves a message, and she's like, I have no one else to call. And he's like, he answers, and he's like, what are you in trouble? Are you hurt? You need anything?
And she's all no.
Yeah, he's a
She
whip.
said no.
Yeah.
But also it was like, you just got on the phone and you're just gonna go straight to like, no, I'm fine. Like, what?
Okay, now
I mean, she needed him, but it was just weird.
at CTU, they're like, when they're going to do the drop for Josh, they're like, are they is he watching on our satellites? And then Morris like, yeah, he is. And they're like, how? And he's like, I don't know. You can't do anything about the fact that you can see that somebody's monitoring your...
I just don't think they didn't have. I just don't think they had time to explain it.
I know,
Running out of
but
hours here.
like, you can't get him out of your system?
We're running out of hours here.
What kind of Uber security do they have?
Oh, good one. Topical. Nice, dude.
Topical, guys.
I don't
always-
think he knows it was topical.
I'm always topical. No, I was making it. What do you mean I don't know it's topical? You don't think I don't follow current events, Christina Vanderslice?
You do follow current events.
So anyway, then they have to turn off the satellite and then they have to call off the chopper. And then Josh talks to him on the phone, the grandpa again. And he's like, I don't want to go anywhere with you. I hate you. And Mike's having second thoughts about the exchange. And he talks to Nadia about it. And Nadia's like, STFU, bro. Gotta do it. Gotta give this kid up. No problem.
Good old Mike redeeming himself.
Nadia, fuck. Then Karen Hayes gets security info on Jack by lying to Nadia. Marilyn Bauer's still throwing a fit, and they have to put her in holding. And that's the last we see of her ever.
What?
We never see Marilyn Bauer.
Oh, wait, we
In
see
the
her when they
show?
go. Wait.
Oh, they reunite.
Yeah, we
at the
do.
very
We
end.
see her
Yeah,
at the
very,
end.
very
I was
end.
like, I'm pretty sure I saw her again when he ran.
Just
to
her
and said,
hugging
"Mommy."
Josh or whatever, right? Whatever
That's
who
fine.
cares.
She doesn't do anything for me.
But she
She
doesn't do anything
does
for
a lot
anybody.
for me, you know what I mean?
She sucks.
I knew that. I set that up.
Morris tells Doyle that he on the phone. This is actually a kind of funny moment. He's like, I just want to let you know that what you're doing, I think, is absolutely necessary. Like, and Doyle responds, next time I want your opinion, I'll ask for it.
Yeah, like a dickhead.
Yeah, dickhead. It's probably because he wants Chloe. He wants to get with Chloe, and then Morris.
Dude, yes, you're probably right because Chloe's so desirable. I can totally tell where you're coming from.
You're a
Too bad
pig.
she's taken.
You're a pig. Also, some people are in it for people's personalities. Justin.
Nah.
Yeah, whatever. You're going to go for Marilyn Bauer. You're the most desirable woman in the world. Anyway, so
Kim Bauer, actually, and then Marilyn Bauer.
all the Bauers, and then Jack
Bauer
Bauer's
babies.
third.
No.
Okay. So
Terry.
Bill saves Jack. Bill. And why is Bill in a sweater and jeans by the end of every season?
It's just chilling. The guy's just posted hard.
Same. Christina,
Yes.
you got the boubons?
The what?
The boubons. That's children's slang, hip slang for the bubonic
Oh my
plague.
gosh, that's that was
Boubons?
Yeah, that's what the kids are saying now
I
about the
thought maybe
bubonic
you were
plague.
talking about the plague, but I was
Yeah.
like, that's really weird.
Oh, the
Weird to me.
boubons.
That's
that was
what
weird.
the kids call it. People in the chat help me out.
Kids
Weird.
call the
Kids
The
call it
plague, the bubons.
Yeah, it's what the
Okay,
kids
got it.
What do you think the kids are calling it? The bubonic plague? No, they're too hip for that. The kids are hip.
They're calling it the bubons.
Yes. So anyway, yeah, in the last season he was fired before the end of the season, and then he had to help in street clothes, and same thing happened this season. And then Karen gets shut out of her system, and she knows she's going to get arrested, and she gets arrested, and Noah Daniels comes and gives her a bunch of shit. Okay, Stuart, Milo's brother. Okay,
You guys had a lot of plot armor.
Stuart comes in, and they're like, "Who?" And then Chloe comes up and hugs him, and Nadia's like, "Hey, what Morris? Go find out who that is." And he's like, "Okay," and what he's an elite hacker. And I'll find out who this person is. Hello, I don't believe we met. My name is Morris. And she's like, this is Stuart, Milo's brother. Okay. He's coming to get his stuff at 3 a.m. Okay. And
Perfect time.
and then he, Nadia's like, hey, just, he like, it's nice to meet you. I hadn't met you or whatever. And he's like, my name's Nadia. And he's like, I know who you were. And she's like, can I ask how he died? And he died sacrificing himself to save me. So he was very brave. And he goes, no, he wasn't. He was just in love with you.
Important to note.
Okay.
Okay. And then,
Thank you, brother.
did they expect people to be watching that and tearing up or something?
Yeah, I think they expected
Maybe.
a little something like that.
Anyway, then something happens. Then she has to go, and then she comes back, and he's gone like a fucking ghost, and that's it forever. That's nothing ever again from that. Nothing.
Really weird. That was very weird. It also, was it his half brother or something?
It didn't look like him at all. It looked
They didn't
more
look
like
it. I mean,
Morris.
it's not to say all brothers have to look, huh?
He looked more like Morris than he looked like Milo.
Yeah, just bad cast. I mean, they doesn't have to look like him. I know not every sibling looks alike, but like it's a TV show, so usually you'd stick with something similar. But whatever.
So
Well, the guy was only in the show for one episode. I don't think it really mattered. But anyway, that's
in the chat, somebody said, "Imagine if Milo saw his own brother macking on Nadia," which is basically what was happening. He's like, can I get your number sometime? So the exchange goes down with Doyle and Josh. They give him the circuit board, and it blows up in his freaking face. And they take Josh, and Jack arrives with Bill. And Doyle's blind now. He'll never be able to see again.
Bummer.
Wait, they said he lost one, maybe two eyes. So we're sure he's blind?
We never see him again, so that's it. For
Man,
me.
we never see a lot of people.
Thank God.
I'll talk to you more in our review episode that we do next week, but they clean the freaking slate after the season. Like,
No more Chloe?
They know they fucked up. They know they fucked up. By the end of the season, I feel like him going up to Audrey at the end and saying, I'm in a crossroads right now, that was a huge, like, that was on purpose because they knew they screwed up the whole season.
Because they were at a crossroads.
And the show changes completely after this. I mean, it's a completely different vibe after this for good. And it doesn't mean it never has problems again, but it feels completely fresh next.
Our deepest problems are over. Is what you're saying?
No, no. We'll talk about it as we get to it. I don't want to tell you exactly. Hey, these episodes are good. These episodes are bad. And I'd like to see you discover that yourself. So anyway, now that I've lost my place, but I'm like filling the blank by just kind of talking right now while I'm trying to find where I was.
Have a drink.
They scan. I got checked last week. They scan Josh and find the tracker and short it with the laser immediately.
Yeah.
Noah Daniels realizes he's in over his head and was wrong to always second guess Wayne Palmer. Okay. Jack figures out they're on an oil rig, and we see the oil rig. It looks like an expensive set. I will give him to that. This does look like a very expensive set.
I thought that was actually cool too.
Yeah. And they do this split screen of Jack and his dad both looking out into the ocean toward the same direction. It's about because there's going to be this face-off between them, even though it's the most anticlimactic fucking face-off ever in the world.
Yeah, it's weak as fuck.
Then Chloe collapses because something's up.
Something's wrong with Chloe.
And then Morris says, "Could someone help me, please?" And no one does. And then he has to say it again because nobody would want to go help Chloe. Only Morris.
I get it.
And surprise twist, Philip is working with Chang again, and they had that conversation earlier, and they got over it really quickly. And they're trying to do a 24-hour Bauer swap. Know what I'm saying? They're trying to swap Bowers.
Bauer for Bauer for Bauer.
Yeah, he's like, hey, I'm gonna give you Jack. I'm gonna take back Philip and Josh, so I get double Bowers for one Bauer.
2 Bowers for the price of 1.
And then beep 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 beep. Then episode 624 during May 21st, 2007 is from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. And Philip tells Josh to do as he's told, and one day he'll thank him. Okay.
Sounds good, Grandpa.
Okay.
So
then what? Guess what? Chloe's okay. Okay. They did this as a double episode, so they always have done the last 2 episodes, except for maybe the last season or the first season, or maybe I don't know. Maybe they didn't in the second.
They premiered them both at the same time.
They almost always did the last 2 episodes together. Yeah, at least since the 4th season. And so they know that this episode's gonna be seen together, like, whatever. And she's okay. Somehow Morris locates the oil rig or whatever, and Chloe's okay or whatever. And then Jack and Bill together steal a chopper from CTU after Daniels authorized the oil rig to be carpet bombed. And then he talks to Suvorov with his tail completely between his legs, like always. Nadia agrees to help after help Jack and Bill after Bill says this is the right call to make. Believe me.
Yeah, that's all he had to say. I was like, wow, that's easy.
How about to say you can either help us and give us a better chance of surviving, because we're just going to try to save this kid from being killed, Nadia. Do I need to freaking, spell this out for you? We're just trying to save this kid from being killed. Nadia, are you so stupid?
Nadia.
Right?
Babies. Yeah, babies, though, for sure.
Philip Bauer literally has a mullet.
It's nice.
It's the worst thing in the world for an old person.
It's the worst mullet in the world?
Yeah, the next note says Philip Bauer has a literally mullet.
A literally mullet.
They arrive on the oil rig and start shooting everyone, and Chang survives and gets arrested, but his face is burned.
Pretty badly.
Yeah, that was really bad makeup.
And Chang survives, guys. Chang survived this.
Yeah, so that way he can come back and be part of another episode or season or something.
Please just tell me right now, and we'll never see him again. And that's the last we see of Chang. That's what I'm hoping, though. That's the last we see of Chang.
Nah, dude. More Chang.
Oh.
You want to never see Chang again, Christina? I don't know.
I just want
Jack. Why would Jack have saved him? Why wouldn't he just, you know what?
Just let him die.
Yeah, let him die right there.
Oh, they want everyone to pay for what they do. Death is payment.
Right.
Oh, Christina.
Christina has that tattooed on her fucking neck. Death is payment.
Death is payment.
That's her neck
heavy,
tattoo.
dude.
Anyway.
Doesn't write a song.
No, it's my I got that tattooed on my chest.
So, Josh gets the drop on Philip by hitting him in the head with something, and then grabs the gun. And then,
also, all of a sudden.
And then shoots him during a cliche, "You're not going to shoot me" scene.
Mm-hmm.
And then Josh shoots. No, you're not going to shoot me. I'm your evil grandpa that is now trying to kidnap you and take you to China. You don't think he's going to shoot you?
Evil grandpa,
sorry,
bro.
Guys. Sorry for your ears.
So Jack comes up and somehow, you don't want to do this, Josh. Trust me. You don't want to live with killing somebody. He lives with killing somebody because he killed Philip. He shot him, and they left him on the oil rig. You think he's still not going to have that same guilt that he would have if you shot him again? He died the same anyway because you shot him. Anyway, trust me, you don't want to live with the guilt of killing somebody. And, why wouldn't you go and just be like, give me the gun?
Just so that way Philip wouldn't turn the gun on Jack.
Okay. And then his dad's like, then he's like, I have a score to settle. And then he's like, you come with me. You're not getting off. You're not gonna, you're gonna pay for what you did. And he's like, no, you have to get out of here if what you said was true. You're not gonna be able to carry me. And they don't even have him and Henderson had a better conversation when he was like, you're responsible for the deaths of Tony Almeida, Michelle Dessler, and David Palmer. And he goes, that's the way it works. Like that was a better final conversation. And then he just kills him. For some reason, he doesn't have revenge in his heart in this episode, which really sucks because Philip dies. He gets left there and blown up. He dies off screen. We don't even see. They don't even show the fire explode in front of him or whatever. We have to assume he dies, right?
Yeah.
Are you guys suspicious that he survived?
I assume everybody on that day.
Are you guys suspicious that he may have survived?
No, this one, no. Oh, really? This one for me, no. But maybe he rolled off the deck and fell into the water before the bomb. No.
I mean, I guess maybe, but
I mean, how else would you think he survived? Tell me how you thought he survived. Then you just said
yeah. I mean, look, there's I don't know exactly how it works. But...
well, because he was injured, and he's like, Jack, you can't carry me. So he probably could have walked, but he wasn't going to walk. So I think all he would have been able to do is probably roll, and then get to the edge.
Very good, Christina. Thank you.
I'm just saying, and then get to the edge.
This would be a good spin-off podcast.
Speaking of spin-offs, this has nothing to do with anything, but I was thinking. Well, actually, it does have to do with the show directly.
Guys, just enjoy whatever this is going to be, guys. Just
yeah.
Whatever this is going to be, ladies and gentlemen listening.
I was thinking a good... Oh, are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to the audience. That whatever this is about to be that you're about to say, Christina.
And it's not even a spin-off because Jack is the main character, but I want a season of Jack just in complete and total bliss. Skipping in fields, holding hands with his lover. Yeah, just happy, in love, maybe even remarried. Maybe he has another kid. He's not too old, you know, just happy.
Orgy.
Going too far. Of course, you guys take it too far.
Jack Bauer surrounded by sleuths.
I'm just saying it would be nice to have a season where Jack can truly just enjoy life.
Jack Bauer.
And I guess by a season I mean one day. Give me one day where Jack's happy. Show me a season of just a regular day. No one backs me on that.
Somebody,
okay.
Sorry, Tina.
York in the chat said the sub could have picked him up.
Oh, from the
sub, dude. Yeah, the
I thought someone was going to back me on my Happy Jack story, but no,
that would be boring as hell. That would be so boring. I do not want to see
moving
that.
on.
Anyway, Bill's a hell of a pilot, and he drops the ladder, and Jack jumps from the oil rig. And
is that CTU training 101? Is you have to know how to drive or fly a helicopter?
What about 101? Maybe 201 though.
Okay.
101 is kung fu moves.
And sliding and shooting people.
Moves.
Kung fu moves.
So anyway,
that's when you have King Kong and Donkey Kong.
The whole thing explodes, and that's good enough for Suvorov, and they're friends again. Suvorov and Noah Daniels.
Happiness.
Yeah. Good Deals in the chat said we could make a season called 24 Jack's Dad.
Wait, Good Deals just said something other than Good Deals? Excuse me, wait, what?
The guy who says Good Deals, his name is Jimmy. He said it once and then he moved on with his life. There's somebody because of that named himself Good Deals.
Oh, great. I love it.
Oh, got it.
What if
said it once and moved on with his life?
Guys, what if Bill was like, I need to grab Jack. Take over the pilot controls, Josh. And Josh is like, I just took a couple summer classes, but I'll try. Anyway,
I believe it. I believe this show would go there.
So now everything's solved after not even halfway through the episode. So they have to have a half.
Right. So then you look at the time and you're like,
They just have to wrap things up for everybody. Noah Daniels wants to go to sleep. Karen and Bill both get pardoned. Tom goes and gives him the tape recording to Noah Daniels, so he's like...
Chloe's pregnant.
Hey, excuse me!
Come on, Christina.
You don't want to spoil that?
Spoiler alert.
His favorite character on TV of all time.
Jack drops off the ladder when they get close to the land, and he's like, go back and save Uncle Jack! And he's like, he wants to go. And then, surprise, Chloe's pregnant!
Do you remember when you said that Chloe is the Tyrion Lannister of the show?
Yes.
Do you stand by that?
Yes. I had seen the show multiple times already before I said that. It's not
I've been stood by that.
According to fan reaction and the way that she's been loved throughout the series, absolutely 100%. 1,000% stand by. Anybody in the chat disagree with that?
Anybody chat us or tweet us or something to disprove this because
you're literally the only person that's watched the show that did not like Chloe. Literally the only person.
I'm the only person ever who is not like Chloe.
Yes.
Probably.
Also, you're standing by your gun so strong because we discussed it so much. If I had never talked to you about it, you would not be thinking this at all. It's just because I talked to you about it so much. Anyway, so now Chang should be in U.S. prison, and my people will not abandon me like you abandoned Jack Bauer. Like I didn't say that. I did not say that racist.
Oh, sorry.
Christina did though.
It wasn't racist. It's how he says his name.
Anyway,
and it's not even, honestly, it's not, I've said this before, it's not even the quote-unquote Asian accent that he's going for. It's not the
You don't have to say Asian accent. You know that he's Chinese.
Oh, that's like how they won't say what country. It's not even the quote-unquote Chinese accent that I'm trying to mimic.
It's better to say Asian rather than specify Chinese.
Shut up! Yeah, it's the way he says it, and like this, like his nose is plugged. Mr. Power. It's like this, the way the guy acts it out. I'm sure if you heard his real voice, he's making that sound ridiculous.
Bigotry is strong.
That's what I'm mimicking. That's what I'm mimicking.
If he's not, you're making yourself sound a lot worse right now. That is certain.
Okay, so guys, we got some responses in the chat from about Chloe.
Oh yeah,
Russ says, "I've never met someone who disliked Chloe for what it's worth." Next person, Joel, a great listener, Joel. Everybody loves Chloe. I remember people that said they wouldn't watch 24 Live Another Day if Chloe wasn't in it, which is the extra 9th season that we got like 4 years after the show was done. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and
I just think it's insane to put so much. I don't know. Have you guys ever? I want to know if the viewers have ever watched Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and because Chloe's Gale the snail, and like I haven't been able to not see that.
You're Snail the Gale. Ask me. But nobody asked me. Nobody asks me anything.
But everybody loves Chloe is the consensus in the
Is Chloe the Tyrion Lannister of 24? I don't know.
If you guys, anybody else? We got more. We got more.
Here we go. They're rolling in.
No. Well, Yorick says Chloe grows on you, but she should have grown on him by now. And then Matthew says, I told you guys at the beginning you should have skipped this stupid fucking season.
Yeah, I agree. He did say that at the beginning.
Anyway, so Bill says to Nadia, Jack jumped off. She's like, well, we got to pick him up to debrief him.
So stupid.
You won't find him unless he wants to be found. Just let him go. And then we get to Heller's pad. This is the best part.
Favorite part.
Best part.
Yeah, this was actually. I looked at how much time was left, and it was about 8 minutes. So you got that right. I guess.
Like you say it like it's a weird thing. I get things right all the time. So Jack shows up with a gun on him, and it seems like he's gonna kill him.
Keep going. I'll say it in a second.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm going to, for the first time on this podcast, I'm just gonna play this scene for you guys to listen to, because I think it's a good thing for everyone to kind of get back and listen to it. I'm going to cut it off when he goes to talk to Audrey, though, so it's not going to be a full 8 minutes. Probably going to be more like 4 or 5, but I'm going to play that now. You guys in the chat, you're not going to listen to it because I'm going to do it in post-production. You guys are getting cheese.
Behind the scenes.
Getting hose.
All right, so was it good to re-listen to it right now?
It was good for me.
Great.
Christina, okay, so I'll tell you this.
Tell us this.
During this, when I had to wait week by week for this whole season, and I had to wait, so long for him to get released from China, and this season was just disappointing, and it just kept being disappointing, and I was waiting for it to get good and everything to have a point, and the Milo Nadia thing to have a point. Nope. All the things that didn't have a point. The assassination attempt on Palmer, so stupid, and how all that happened didn't have a point. There's so many things that didn't have a point, and I thought that they would kind of clear this up. And again, this came off of it's Emmy-winning season, and I was waiting for it to get freaking great again, and I was like, you know what? They're at least going to give us a great finale. And then when the things happened on the oil rig, as far as I knew, Phil Bauer survived. He didn't kill him. He didn't do anything cool. He didn't. I think it would have been cool if he shot him in the head, finished him, killed him, or if he killed Chang. But no, he let them survive for some reason. I was like, all the bad guys are getting away, and like everything that happened after Fayed was killed was for nothing. And I was like, this is going to have a crazy ending. And then I remember being like, wow, nothing happened. He didn't even take Audrey. Like, nothing happened. So I remember initially being disappointed. But as the years have gone by, this has gone down as probably one of my favorite scenes. Just how this scene was put together is one of my favorite in 20. In hindsight.
Why?
Yes.
Why? Good question.
Yeah.
I mean, so a couple things. I like I like the way it shot, him finally snapping and saying, like, him responding with the same things I said when Heller said, "You're cursed." He'd be like, "How dare you? How dare you say that to me? All I've done is what people like you have asked me to do. I've only just done grunt work for this freaking country, and I get no thanks." Like, it's not me that's cursed. It's the job. It's what if I didn't do this work, yeah, fine. But one thing that also just how it's shot and how he has dripping water off him, all that kind of stuff. I think it's pretty neat. Obviously, Justin, you're not a fan of it.
Oh no. I actually was. I'm just curious why you thought that.
Yeah, and it's just.
I mean, my only thing. Good.
What were you gonna say?
My only thing is, like, I when he gets to Heller's house and, like, it's, like, kind of dramatic. Like, I don't know. I guess I expected it to be something more to happen, like a different kind of conversation where, they were blaming Heller for something, rather than it being about Jack. So I guess that was my only thing. But
a couple weird things about it. I never understood. The only thing that doesn't really work for me in the conversation is he said, "I just watched my father die." Do you know why? Yeah, you know why? Because that man was dead to me years ago. That's what? That's.
But then he kind of segued
with him.
He segued it into I looked up to you. I wanted to be like you, whatever. And you took advantage of that. So he worked it in, but it did feel kind of like, the pieces don't fit together just as nicely as you thought they did, writer, sir, ma'am.
Right.
Writer.
I think some of the dialogue could have made this even better. To be honest, some of it had been more cohesive, because it seemed like he rapid fired things. He said, I'm here to take Audrey. Why didn't you rescue me from China? Like, why did you say that to me in there? Like, and he didn't get enough answers. He just yelled, "Shut up! Not hard enough!" Instead of saying, "No, literally, what happened while I was gone? I never even asked anybody. Like, what happened with me getting back? Why did nobody rescue me? Why was I abandoned for 20 months?"
And those are great questions that I actually want answers to.
Right, me too. Right, that would have been a little more pleasing.
But, like, obviously we don't get those answers, so.
Right.
Give it up.
Those are good. Those are great questions, though. Like, please explain to me why we just left Jack sitting there, dying.
But I also wanted him to say, "I watched my father die." If I just watched my father die, like, what do you think that I wouldn't do to you right now to take Audrey? Like, that's where I thought he was going with it, and I almost wish he went there. Like, he's like, if I let my father die, like, if I just killed my father, which would have been better if he killed his father, because he didn't watch his father die. He bounced, and his father died off screen.
Yeah,
he didn't watch him die anyway. Mm-hmm. And then he sits down, because he's like, "Think about what you're doing. Like, think back for a second. She's gonna pay the price like your wife did." And he's like, "How dare you? Like, you son of a bitch." And
which true.
It seems like Heller got through to him, because he went and he said, "Hey, I'm at a crossroads, Audrey." Audrey's name, Kim Raver, the actress who plays Audrey, was in the opening credits. Freaking spoiler. Like, anyway.
I don't think all of us paid as close attention as you, though.
I actually do look at the opening credits, so I just didn't. I didn't notice that. Yeah.
So he says to Audrey, "I'm at a crossroads," and it seems like what Heller said got through to him, and he says it's the best way to keep you safe is to let you go. And he kisses her goodbye, and he walks out to a sunset, which I think is shot perfectly for a show that's not really known for its cinematography and its capturing of lighting. I think this is really well shot, and it looks really good. And they had to shoot it and rush to make sure they get it right on that day. And the whole day was planned to get the sunrise, and it just was perfectly kind of shot a sunrise. And also, something else that it shows is it shows him kind of looking over a cliff. And I think it's easy to kind of not even think about that, but it shows him looking over the cliff. So it shows that he's considering suicide.
Right.
Right. He's looking
I got that vibe.
Ledge of the cliff, and then it gives a silent clock of him kind of looking off into off. And the fact that the show goes through such a change after this, I think, is important also. So in hindsight, I wanted this like big twist ending that we had in season 4 and season 5. But sometimes it's good just to relax, right, and just have a character moment, which is what this was. So that's why
they just like humanized him better than they had previously, I think.
Yeah, the last ending that was kind of like that was just in the end of season 3. Jack just goes into his car and cries, and then somebody calls him and says, "We need you in here," and he says, "Okay," and then he gets back, he snaps out of it, and then drives to it, and then the season ends.
Right.
But this had this big moment of him kind of coming through a realization, and kind of like he has nothing to do right now. He's done. He's free. He's free from the Chinese. He's not on the run anymore. He can live out in the open. And what's he going to do with his life? What's he going to do the rest of his life now? And that's what the question is up in the air.
Are you asking us that question?
No, but
or are you just saying sure, that's just like the open-ended question for the audience at this time? Yeah. I see.
What would you guys like to see Jack do next?
I already made mine abundantly clear.
Yeah. Orgies.
I did not say that. That was you guys.
You hinted orgies. Christina hinting orgies. Vanderslice.
I said skipping through an open field holding hands with the woman he loves.
That's basically the same thing.
To Justin.
Justin, what would you like to see Jack do next?
What would I like to see him do next? Chill. But what will he do next? I don't know. Maybe run for president.
Oh, Jack is president? He's currently the president of another show, right?
Hey, spoiler alert for Designated Survivor. I read a report that Kim Raver, who played Audrey, is joining Designated Survivor as a cast member on that show.
Oh, so chemistry. And that's not a pun on her name.
You mean, chemistry.
Chemistry. Oh, that's so bad.
Anyway.
I got you guys, though. I got you guys to laugh.
So, anyway, shout out to that. So, guys, we're going to do our normal recap episode where we kind of go over our awards and then talk about the season as a whole, which... Okay, so the awards that we give for the season, it forces us to come up with positivity. So look forward to that. Instead of doing that this week, we're going to do it next week for time constraints and because next week we're going to do 24 Redemption. So we're going to do that 2-hour movie, which is also available on Amazon Prime, and we encourage you to watch along. So we'll do that, and we'll
That's not how I sound.
We'll also release during the week the awards episode for that too, and then the following week from that we will do season 7. We're gonna do a reaction video also for us viewing the first episode of season 7 together. So look forward to that too. I know YouTube will probably take it off sooner than later, but you can at least watch it before they pull it down.
YouTube took off the last one?
Yeah. Yeah, because we were profiting. That was hurting 24's brand by having scenes from 24 in it. Like, the fuck? Anyway, yeah, so it's kind of exciting. We're looking forward to it, guys.
Yeah.
Are you excited the season's over?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just excited to see Christina. It's been a little while.
Oh, and this might be the last time I see you for a very long time.
Right?
I hope.
Sad.
I hope it's the last time that Christina sees you for a very long time.
Wow.
All right, so total kills, 160.
No,
more. I'm sorry. 176, because there were 16 kills in these 3 episodes.
16.
Oh my gosh.
I said 10. That was close.
There's 16 kills. That'd be a full family.
Jeez.
Lots of people in it. Lots of deaths.
That's a very full family also.
Lots of Bowers.
5 people.
The full Bauer family.
A lot of Mr. Bowers. All right. So yeah.
Is it the last time we're going to hear Mr. Bauer? Because that's fun.
All I'm going to say is let's just, when we go into the next season, let's be ready to reset and have a new experience.
I'm ready to reset.
Ready to reset,
I'm ready.
Guys? All right,
We're
and I'll
ready.
preview. I'll give you some previews. I'll kind of tell you some of the characters that we'll definitely never see again, too. So I'll be talking about it, too. So just to get your reactions about how exciting it is that you'll never see some people. We'll talk about that.
Just as long as we get Kim back, I'm good.
Oh, no.
You'll never see Kim again.
Thank goodness.
Maybe you will.
No.
Why don't you tell people they can follow you on the internet, Justin Moreno?
You can't follow him. He said he's off social media.
No, just off of Facebook. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Justin B. Moreno.
Why?
Why am I on Facebook?
Yeah, why?
I don't really care for Facebook, really.
You don't care about the FB?
Yeah, I'm not a book facer.
Nobody can follow you on FB. You're not going to give people the chance to follow you on FB?
No, you can't follow me on FB.
Christina, where can people follow you on the internet?
You can follow me on the internet at K_Vandersize on Twitter and at K_Vandersize on Instagram.
Or you can follow me at Shucks.
That's it. Oh, jeez, I was still saying stuff.
No, you weren't. You said your two things.
I said, and that's it.
But you always say those two things and we move on every time. You can follow me at Shuckster. That's SCHUCKSTR. Check out my movie review podcast. That's The Watch and Talk. Check it out at thewatchandtalk.com. Right, guys?
Yeah.
We just reviewed.
Yeah, what did we just review?
A ton of movies. We reviewed Coco. We reviewed Florida Project. We reviewed Lady Bird. 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Oh my gosh, I heard
Lady
lots
Bird
of good
was
things
so
about
good.
Lady Bird. You saw it?
Tons of movies reviewed, so go check those out.
I heard that broke Toy Story's record on Rotten Tomato. No one read that article? Okay, moving on.
Next week, we're going to be reviewing The Disaster Artist, and we have a huge episode planned for this. So we're going to talk about The Room, which is considered the worst movie of all time. We're going to be...
Worst movie of all time.
And we're going to have a lot of conversations about the whole thing, so be looking forward to that, and make sure to check that out. Yeah, sound good, guys?
Oh, that sounds great.
All right. For the show, you can follow us at Legacy24. Email us legacy24@gmail.com. Check out our website at legacy24.com. And whatever. I think that's it. And that's it. I'm Dylan Chuck.
I'm Justin Moreno.
I'm Christina Vandersize.
And we'll see you next week. All right, bro downs.
All right.
I'm going to catch up with the chat. What did you guys say in the chat? You guys can go. I'm going to keep talking. I'm going to make sure everything's fine in the chat. Hey,
you should talk to the chat folks.
It's not the worst season ever anymore, at least.
That's what the chat said?
Oh, yeah, so that's what somebody said. Hey, at least we're not in the... Oh, I think the gun is symbolic for how we, the audience, wanted to kill ourselves over watching this season. I wish I said that. I wish I said that. Yeah, so, yeah, anyway. And then people are saying Mista Bao and stuff like that. So, anyway, guys, in the chat.
See, they love it too.
Next week we're going to be recording on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So, if you guys want to check that out with us, join the chat. We love when you guys are in it. And Christina and Justin.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
You guys are the best. I really enjoy talking to you. Christina.
I'm going to go get drunk. Bye.
All right, bye, guys.